The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Satter wants the ball. He's going to maybe tee it up for 11-3. He got it! 11 three-pointers for Ty Satter. It's unbelievable. Here comes the Fusion the other way. Nice ball in towards Kamai. Kamai able to set it down. Kamai beating the keeper. Shot on the way, and Kamai scores. 1-0 for the Fusion. And it's
1-2 pitch. Line shot up the middle. One run will score. Deer rounding third. He's coming to the plate.
Verwest, they center in front. Scarbrug down low, loose in front, in for a goal. South Shaley gets the first goal of this East Region title.
Let's turn things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
All right, welcome back for game number 14. Bismarck Governors and the Mandan Chiefs. The winner moves on to play Williston. The other team will have their season come to a conclusion this evening. And we wish both the teams the best of luck in this one. Sportsmanship code of conduct right now.
Soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Please remain standing as we play the national anthem.
All right, since they're going to play the national anthem and not sing it, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Bar 9 in West Fargo is your stop for that pregame lunch and for the postgame celebration. With over 30 TVs, you can catch your team anytime. We have a delicious food menu including wings, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Enjoy it inside or head on outside, day or night, to relax in the comfort of our updated outdoor patio. We also have slots, blackjack, pull tabs, and all gaming proceeds earned go to support West Fargo baseball. So catch your team's game tonight at Bar 9, 1405 Prairie Parkway in West Fargo.
There's never a bored moment at Touchmark.
Here, it's always something going on. If I want to do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't.
The whole community has so much going on, activities for each day, basically, and everything's right there.
There's always enough to keep me busy.
We have stuff day to day, such as gardening club, but we also have our big signature events like our Touchmark Woodstock event. There's never really a time to be bored if you don't want to be.
We take great pride in really doing all the research and the work behind the scenes to make sure that our products just work.
We have our own staff member that helps pick the hybrids and the varieties that work in our area. It's meant for you, not for somebody 200 miles away.
We test our seed locally. We produce our seed locally, so we get to see our production fields, where they need to be, and if they work there.
Need seed, think ProSeed. ProSeed.net, great seed at a reasonable price.
Welcome back. We got what should potentially be a dandy on our hands here between the Bismarck Governors and the Mandan Chiefs. Bismarck Governors come in as the number 4 seed in the tournament, and they'll take the field as the home team to start this thing off. And Mandan comes in as the what are they, the 7th? The number 6 team, excuse me. The number 6 team. So it's number 4 versus number 6. And to the person who I texted a little bit ago saying that Mandan was 7, make sure you make that noted change. They're number 6, not 7. I should have known that, too, because the Fargo Post-500 Stars, the team that we cover the most here on Magnitude Sports over the season, was the 7 seed, and somehow I didn't remember that when I was talking about Bismarck and Mandan, so my apologies. I want to say thanks to ProSeed for sponsoring our scoreboard, and a special shout-out to Touchmark of Bismarck for being a sponsor of this year's state tournament. Touchmark with locations in both Bismarck and Fargo, and they've been a proud supporter of Magnitude Sports for a couple of years now, and certainly appreciate all their support to make these games possible. And as you can see there, we have that shadow again, and I keep forgetting about the shadow. So if you've watched the last 3 games that started at 7 o'clock in the evening, 8 o'clock Central Time, then you know what to expect here over the first 3 to 4 innings until that shadow gets out into the outfield. So looks like that particular camera needs a little bit of an adjustment here. I know. Hudson Sheldon will lead it off here. First pitch comes across as a ball at 7:01 p.m. Your starting pitcher for Bismarck is Matt Porter. He'll be tossing him into the glove of Max Vig. Unless it's that pitch there, then it won't be into the glove of Max Vig, and it's 2-0. But all jokes aside, Carter Kruger at first, Mike Fagerlin at second, Tommy Kralik at third, at short, and Marcus Butts over at third. We still need an adjustment on that camera. In the outfield, Parker Sagsveen in left, Gavin Lill in center, and Jace Grossclose in right. We're going to try and make that adjustment here before, my luck, he makes a base hit here or something. That's only a slightly bit better here. And that one's going to find its way into right field. And that's going to be a base hit and a runner on for Mandan.
Now batting number 9, Lucas Virgo.
Sheldon will drop a single into right field. Lucas Burgum, the batter now. Lucas Burgum has not had any luck. He's not reached base yet here in this state tournament. He has a fly out to left, a fly out to left center, a ground out to the pitcher, and a pop out to the second baseman, and a pop out to the first baseman. Looking for his first hit. And he'll find that first hit right there. He finds the 5-6 gap into left field, and Lucas Burgum, for the first time in the 2023 state tournament, finds himself on first base, pushing his teammate Sheldon up to second. McCoy Keller has had the exact opposite luck of Lucas Burgum, and hopefully that doesn't mean that Keller grounds into a triple play here. If he has the similar result as Burgum did. I know there's runners on base, but you can't really see the batter here unless we're up close due to that shadow. So I'll do my best to make sure you know what's happening on each of those bases. McCoy Keller with a couple of hits to left. Had a home run to center field, a fly out to the third baseman, a ground out to the third baseman, and reached base on an error that was charged to the third baseman. And he delivers this one. Foul. Wow. It just went foul right at the end of the foul line at the 320 mark down the left field line. And after all that is 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to McCoy Keller. Nobody out. Mandan off to a pretty good start here in the top of the first. 1 ball and 2 strikes to McCoy Keller, and McCoy Keller will find himself a base hit. They will hold the brakes on Sheldon at third. And the bases are loaded.
Now batting the cleanup hitter, number 7, Braden Bunnell.
So a run and 2 outs as McCoy Keller will get an RBI, but also cost his team a pair of outs. And this one grounded to third. Could that be the third out? And yes, no, it will not. That'll be an error on the first baseman, Krugers. He could not come up with that.
Now batting, number 10, Dylan Gearkey.
So Braden Bunal now is on with an error charged to the first baseman. And Dylan Gearkey is the batter now. And my apologies, I made an error on Lucas Burgo. That was the second time he reached base. I'll tell you more in a moment. And that pitch is outside for a ball. In the game between Mandan and West Fargo, that was one game that we had another crew on, and I didn't have the stats for that game. So that's why I presumed that he had his first hit of the tournament. But he actually has reached base twice now in this tournament, including that particular game. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that pitch will miss for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike here to Dylan Gearkey. Gearkey has had some success. A hit to right, a pair of hits to center, a hit to left, a fly out to third, reached on a fielder's choice, ground out to second, and an infield hit off a bunt single. Plus whatever he did against West Fargo. 2-1. And they'll call that strike 2. So Mandan has the 1-0 lead here on a pair of hits and 1 Bismarck error. Actually, they've charged 2 Bismarck errors to Bismarck. I'm not sure where that second error came from, but we'll put a second error on the board here for Bismarck. So that will end the top of the first. Mandan gets 1 on 2 hits, 2 errors, and they leave 1 on base here in the top of the first. And the Bismarck Governors will come to bat right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. Hey, it's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Check out this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. It's owned and operated by a family in Bismarck, North Dakota that I've known for over 2 decades. Kids have grown up into fine young men, and during their high school careers, some of them even played games that were broadcast on Magnitude Sports. If you like hunting, fishing, general outdoor life, sunrise, sunset, everything hunting and fishing related, dogs, hunting dogs, they're the best, then check out the channel and show them some love. Go to Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe to them today.
Touchmark provides a carefree lifestyle for our residents, and we are here with you the entire way.
I'm so happy I made the move to Touchmark.
There's always enough to keep me busy, and people are very friendly here. I enjoy that. It makes my day.
People get up and dance. I mean, it's such a joyful place to live. How can you not like it?
That sense of community is so strong. When I think of Touchmark, I just think big, but I think beautiful, and I think home.
Number 17, Michael Bartlett.
Welcome back. All right. Sorry, I'm a little OCD when it comes to the camera angles there. I don't know how many people actually cared about that, but I certainly did. And I think that's where I want it now. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mike Fagerlund, the leadoff batter here for the Bismarck Governors. Gavin Lill and Tommy Kralik will be the next batters, and this one's going to right field and into foul territory, and he'll drop and bounce over into the athletic trainer's area. And that'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Mike Fagerlund. Seems like every night that shadow escapes into the outfield quicker than it did the previous night. We're in the bottom of the first, and it's almost halfway out there now. 2-2 count. And he's going to take this one to left, and he will not be able to quite catch up to it there. Dylan Gerke needed a couple extra steps to secure an out on that one, and it'll remain 2-2 with the other fouled away pitch. So fouled away pitch to each side of the outfield, one to right, one to left. You can't foul one way to center. So he's completed the fouled away cycle on 2 swings of the bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the windup from Sheldon. And Sheldon will see that one go straight away center field all the way back. And it's off the 375 number on the center field wall. And that will be a double for Mike Fagerlund.
Now batting number 9, Gavin Little.
Gavin Little in the tournament. A hit to left, a hit to center, ground out to short, fly out to left, pop out to the third baseman, reached on an error, and whatever he did. Oh, wait, no, this is Bismarck now. I have all the stats for Bismarck. Here's the pitch. And a strike is called. 0-1 here to Gavin Little. One side of Jim and a few others tuning in. 1-0 here in the bottom of the first in favor of the Mandan Chiefs. They're the 6th seed. Bismarck is the 4th seed in this tournament. And that pitch will come in for a strike. It's a very much delayed strike call. And it's 1-2 as a result here to Gavin Lill. Tommy Kralik is the batter on deck. We'll see him for sure this inning. And the 1-2, and that's hit to left field. And rounding third is Fagerlund. He will slide in and score, and we have a tie ball game. Gavin Lill will get an RBI single into the gap, or into the 5-6 hole into left field. Fagerlund rounds third from second to score, and we're knotted up at 1 apiece here on your Proceed scoreboard, and that'll bring up Tommy Kralik.
Now batting number 3, Tommy Kralik.
Kralik has a hit to left, a fly out to left, a fly out to right center, pop out to the shortstop, and a ground out to the second baseman in this tournament. And now he's going to center field, and that should be catchable for Arends, and it is. And that is out number 1, I believe. Yep.
Now batting number 19, Noah Riedinger.
Riedinger has a couple of hits to right, and he also has a ground out to second base in the tournament. One ball game here in the bottom of the first. And now a short pause as Lill will touch up on first. And now the pickoff attempt, and that ball will get loose. And now the throw to second, and he's safe at second. So I'll go into the books as an error for Mandan, their first of the game. And it's still no pitches yet to Riedinger until now, and Riedinger will take that one to center field, and the catch is made there by Seth Aarons. So Aaron's responsible for outs 1 and 2 in this inning here. And that will bring up the next batter here, Carter Kruger for Bismarck. So 2 outs on the board now. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. Carter Kruger has had a pretty good tournament. He has 2 hits to left, 1 to left center, a couple flyouts to right, 1 to second baseman. Pop out to the shortstop and reach base on a fielder's choice in the tournament. 1-0. And the pitch, ooh, that hits him on the left shoulder. And he'll reach base as a result. So runners on first and second now. Marcus Butts. Ground out to short, 2 ground outs to third, reach base on an error, and a line drive shot back to the pitcher for an out. And a nice stretch there by Owen Brinks, the catcher. We haven't gone around the bases yet here for Mandan. So you got Hudson Sheldon pitching, Owen Brinks catching, McCoy Keller at first, Tate Olson at second, Lucas Burgum the shortstop, Braden Bennell at third. A visit to the mound, Dylan Gerke in left, Seth Aarons in center, and Jamison Nelson in right field. 1-1, runners on for Bismarck. Gavin Lill on second, Carter Kruger on first. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. And a lengthy discussion. I want to say hi to Greg watching from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was actually in Philadelphia last winter. I don't know, what comes before winter? Last fall. Went to a Philadelphia Flyers hockey game. And I need to make a second trip back there because the team I wanted to win lost that day. And another batter hit by a pitch. And that loads the bases for Bismarck.
The left fielder, number 21, Parker Saxby.
Wind up in the pitch. It's low for a ball, 1-0. Like I said, I know there's runners on base, but this is the better view at the moment with that shadow. 1 ball, no strike. Parker Sagsveen, the batter. Swinging and a miss, strike 1. If anything happens on those bases, we'll cut to that camera and/or I'll tell you what's going on. 1 ball, 1 strike. And over the inside edge. I was waiting to see if it was or not, and the home plate umpire said it was. 1-2. And a little chopper that will go to the left of the batter's box and will stay at 1-2. Gavin Lill on third, Carter Kruger on second, Marcus Butts on first for the Bismarck Governors. Bases loaded, 2 away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the windup here from Sheldon, and it's down low for ball 2, and we're even on the count. Two-2 pitch, fouled away at the plate. Two away and another 2-2 pitch. Strike 3, got him. They strand 3 on base, and that ends the first inning of play. We're tied up at 1 after 1 on your Proceed scoreboard. We're back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Touchmark provides a carefree lifestyle for our residents, and we are here with you the entire way.
I'm so happy I made the move to Touchmark.
There's always enough to keep me busy, and people are very friendly here. I enjoy that. It makes my day.
People get up and dance. I mean, it's such a joyful place to live. How can you not like it?
That sense of community is so strong. When I think of Touchmark, I just think big, but I think beautiful, and I think home.
Welcome back. Top of the second. Jamison Nelson, Tate Olson, Owen Brinks for Mandan. Matt Porter on the mound. I didn't hear the pitch count between innings, so I'm not going to say it just in case it's off. I can tell you this. I know he's in double digits. I just don't know how far into double digits he is. That last warm-up pitch from Porter came across at 73 miles per hour, according to the radar gun. We'll see how Jamison Nelson can handle a 73, give or take a 5 mile per hour up or down pitch here from Matt Porter. And here it comes, and he will swing and ground it directly to first and step on the bag for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out on the direct ground out to first. Tate Olson, the batter now. Or are they going to say it's foul here? Okay, they're going to say it's foul. And it'll be an 0-1 count to Nelson instead. And now it's 1-1 as that one comes rolling across the plate on the ground there. So no outs on the board. And now Jamison to second. Nice play by Fagerlund over to Kruger. Got it. 4-3 ground out. That was an excellent play by Fagerlund.
Now batting number 13,
Tate Olson.
Olson.
Mike Fagerlund has an older brother, Cannon. He played quarterback for the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks football team before he graduated. And I actually broadcasted some of Cannon's games. So Cannon, if you're watching, thanks for tuning in. 0-1 with 1 out, and now 1-1 with 1 out. Oh, that was a lot to say. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. 1-1 with 1 out. There we go. That sounded better that time. Lights are on here at Astoria Field in Dickinson. 2-1 the count now here to Tate Olson. 22 minutes into the ball game. 2-1 outside, 3-1. No runners on base. This is the better view. We'll go with it. And that'll walk him. And now there is a runner on base. Owen Brinks will be the batter for Mandan.
Now batting number 4, the catcher, Owen Brinks.
I will say this to the Bismarck fans. Mandan has some brownie points over you right now. And the reason why I say that is because about 5-6 hours ago, I got a free beverage thanks to the Mandan coaches who happened to sneak up on me at the place I was at. But other than that, I like this rivalry a lot. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Once again, I'll keep my eyes on Tate Olson on first there. No balls and 2 strikes. And that one's hit, and I think it's going to go foul. And he will not get there in time. He needed a couple extra steps. A for effort there for Jace Grossclose in right field. Or as one of my Sarcastic friends would say it should be E for effort. Swing and a miss, and that's strikeout on number 2. Second strikeout, second out.
Center fielder number 3, Seth Oren.
Seth Aarons. Hit to center, hit to right, fly out to right, ground out to second in the tournament. 1-1 ball game here on your Proceed scoreboard in the top of the second. And now that runner's going to take off for second, and he will make it no problem. 1-0 to Aarons on the wild pitch. Hudson Sheldon awaits on deck. Aarons batter 9 in the lineup here for Mandan. And I missed that pitch. It's in for a strike. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Ball. Takes a strike and then swings and misses on the second strike to even it up at 2-2. Can Porter sneak another one by him? No, it's going to be inside, and they'll fill up the count at 3-2. 27 minutes into the ball game. Mandan with the go-ahead run on second right now. Like I said, 27 minutes into the ball game. Full count, 2 away. Could this be the last pitch of the top of the second? No, it will not. It'll walk him instead. Looks like we'll be able to go with our normals camera set up here probably in the 3rd inning, as that shadow's almost all the way to the outfield now.
Go, Matt, hit your spots. Now batting the pitcher, number 5, Hudson Sheldon.
Hudson Sheldon, the batter. He singled to right last time he was at the plate. And he's going to bounce this one to Fagerlin at second. He'll fire it over there to Kruger. 4-3 ground out. They strand 2 on base. That ends the top half of 2. We stay tied at 1-1 here as the Chiefs cannot get nothing across in the top half of the second. 28 minutes in. And with that 4-3 ground out, that'll bring Bismarck up to bat with their 8, 9, and 1 batters. Jace Gross-Close, Max Vig, and Mike Fagerlin when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Fans, if you're still feeling a little peckish or looking for a late night snack, a concession.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact?
Apparently we have a glitch with our commercial here, so we'll make it up to our friends at Healing Touch Chiropractic. Once again, we want to say thanks to our friends at Touchmark in Bismarck and Fargo, as well as our friends at Dakota Fins and Feathers. They have an awesome YouTube channel. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. They're big on hunting and fishing. Their most recent video where they went fishing on Lake Sakakawea, I think had over 2,000 views. The last time I looked at it, that was about a week ago. And if you scroll down not too far on our Magnitude Facebook page, you can find the link to that Dakota Fins and Feathers video that I just told you about. And don't forget, tomorrow, we only have 3 games for you here at the AA tournament, but we have a total of 7 games for you on Magnitude Sports tomorrow. We'll have the 3 here at the AA, and then we'll also have the first 4 battles at the Single A state tournament in Kindred, North Dakota. We'll be putting the final touches on those broadcasts later tonight after this game comes to a conclusion. But it's, for the most part, ready to go. It was a 65-mile-per-hour pitch. It drops in for ball one. Jace Gross close, the batter. 1-1. And the pitch is low and out, ball two. For our East Coast viewers, Bismarck is separated by about 7 miles from each other. So these two have battled for not only years, but decades. This is a multi-decade long rivalry here between the Governors and the Chiefs. And he'll toss his bat as he will walk. As I was, if you tuned into the game between Mandan and Fargo Post 400 yesterday, made a couple comments about how I used to go to Governors and Chiefs games a long, long time ago. Sheldon fires over to first, and he dropped the ball, otherwise he likely would have had him picked off. Max Vig, the batter. Most of the Bismarck fans are familiar with how Bismarck Municipal Ballpark is set up right now. But when I went to Chiefs Governors games back when I was a kid, center field now is where home plate was back then. And the throw to second, could it be in time? No, it will not. And Gross Close will steal second. Pitch came across as a ball, 1-0. But I'm kind of glad they switched it up and put home plate where center field used to be. It's a little bit easier. More on that after he shows cards for squaring up. Then he pulls it back, and he dumps it into left field, but it's foul. 1-1. As I was saying, back in when I was a kid, that parking lot was right off two of the busy intersections there, and now the parking lot's kind of across the street from the park. And a little bit easier to access, and maybe even a little bit safer to access compared to when I went to games there as a kid. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw back to second, and safe is Gross Close. Nice attempt there by Pregame. Pregame had that quickly, otherwise that ball was going into center field. It remains 1-1 here to Max Vig. Lone runner is on second. You can see him leading off there. And now this one's going to right field, and that's foul. That'll be strike 2. One-two delivery here from Sheldon. And that one will bounce away from Brinks, and moving to third is Gross Close. He'll advance on a wild pitch. It's ball 2 to Max Vig. And it feels like Vig has been at the plate for a long time now. Both teams with a run, both teams with a pair of hits. 1 error for Mandan, a pair of errors for Bismarck. Here's the pitch. And it hits him, and runners on the corners. And Hudson Sheldon would like to have that one back.
Now batting second baseman, number 17, Michael Farland.
I want to say hey, let's try that again. I want to say hi to Darnell. He's cheering on Marcus Butts and the Bismarck Governors. Thanks for tuning in, Darnell. Appreciate it. And that one's going to be popped up right field, charging in. And he cannot, or he does make the catch. Throw home, and he's safe, but just barely. Fagerlund will get a sac fly to right, scoring Jace Grossclose.
That'll bring up the center fielder, number 9, Gavin Lill.
Max Vig will stay put on first. That records the first out of the inning. But it also puts Bismarck up 2-1. And that one's going to left. And backpedaling there is Gerke. And he makes the catch for out number 2. And back to first goes Max Vig. So Gavin Lill will fly out. And Tommy Kralik.
That is the shortstop, number 3, Tommy Kralik.
That one's going to be fouled off at the plate for strike 1.
Hey, Tommy, you ready now? Go, buddy.
And Vig is back in time. And he's back in time again. And McCoy Keller kind of motioning like, are you sure about that? Sheldon will look at the runner and try it again. And that was close again, but he's back in time again. Pitch is high. Vig thought about going to second, but it's 1-1 here to Tommy Kralik. And if Kralik can reach base, we'll see Noah Riedinger next. Runner goes, and it's a hit in the center field. It'll be handled there by Arends, and on to third goes Max Vig. Runners on the corners for the Governors.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 19, Noah Riedinger.
2-1 lead for Bismarck here, and they're threatening to put more up on the board here. Probably the only, well, let me pause on that thought here because I'm not sure how much we'll have time to share that with 2 outs here. Might have to wait until the top of the inning to share that story that I was about to share. And a strike to Riedinger, who would fly out to center field last time he was at the plate. So he's 0 for 1 in this contest. And that will be strike 2. And then a stolen base by Kralik. So now 2 runners in scoring position. And Riedinger, we know he has some pop in his bat. And if he gets the pitch that he likes, it could easily be 4-1. That pitch is not one that he liked, and he'll take the ball. 1-2, 65 miles per hour on that pitch there by Sheldon. Second and third, 1-2 delivery. That one's gonna pop up like a piece of popcorn, and Brinks cannot find it, and a big will score as a result. And Bismarck takes a 3-1 lead.
Let's win it. Let's go. Win this.
That will also move Kralik up to third, and he's the lone runner on now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Riedinger. 2-2 pitch, and that one is going to right, and it is going to land for a base hit. It is an RBI double for Riedinger as he will slide in head first. I think I don't know if he maybe turned his ankle rounding first, and he hasn't got up yet. Hopefully he's okay. When he rounded first, it looked like he slowed down significantly. I wasn't sure if something happened or if he was watching the right fielder thinking maybe I should go back to first. Well, he will get credit for a double, but we hope that he's okay. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Hey, it's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Check out this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. It's owned and operated by a family in Bismarck, North Dakota that I've known for over 2 decades. Kids have grown up into fine young men, and during their high school careers, some of them even played games that were broadcasted on Magnitude Sports. If you like hunting, fishing, general outdoor life, sunrise, sunset, everything hunting and fishing related, dogs, hunting dogs, they're the best. Then check out the channel and show them some love. Go to Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe to him today.
All right. Good news is he's walking on his own power. He's been walking around in circles for about 15 seconds now as the Bismarck coaches, and I'm not sure who the guy in the hat is. It might be a medical staff person, I'm not sure. Maybe. But Riedinger gets an RBI double, and that makes the score 4-1 now. We'll add the run. And did I add the hit? They have 4 hits. No, I did not add the hit. Now they have 4 hits. So they have 4 runs on 4 hits. And Riedinger is going to come off. Looks like we'll have somebody take his place here on second base. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But like I said, if you're just tuning in, when he hit that ball to about right center field, it was to right field, actually. He was rounding first on his way to second. And it looked like he just took his foot off the gas pedal. And I wasn't sure if he was tired or if he was looking at the right fielder to see if he should go to second or come back to first. And then he just kind of did as fast of a slow jog as he could up to second, took a headfirst dive into second base. And now we'll have a new runner on second here for Riedinger. See if we can find out who that new runner is. And he hits him. Let's take a look at second base. Looks like number 14. And we have a visit to the mound here. Let's see if we can't get any confirmation on that. Yeah, it is number 14, and that would be... Maybe it's not 14. I don't see number 14 on my lineup card here. It's not number 14. It's number 34. It's Eli Thompson who comes in to run. There we go. Glad we got that one figured out. So Eli Thompson will come in and pinch run for Noah Riedinger. And like I said, hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully he can come back and play in the remainder of this game, but we'll have to wait and find out here on that. 44 minutes into the game after a short pause. Runners on, let's see here. Runner, I think it's just a runner on second, and that's Thompson. And do we have a new pitcher now? Is this still, no, I don't, it's not Sheldon, because if it was Sheldon, we wouldn't be warming up here on pitches. So we have a new pitcher here for Mandan. Let's take a closer look. Looks like it's going to be, is that number 2? Yeah, it looks like it's number 2. And if it is, Mason Oster will be the pitcher here for Mandan. Both Mandan and Bismarck use iScore, so there's no way for me to confirm if they've made any other changes other than to eyeball it. I personally give the edge to iScore over Game Changer. I know there's benefits to both, but I personally like iScore just a little bit more. The only thing I like about Game Changers, I know how to look up the teams and find out who's where. And if you can do that with iScore, I don't know how to do that. So I believe this is Carter Kruger and there are indeed runners on first and second, so this could possibly be Marcus Butts. And it is, yes, because I remember Kruger was hit by a pitch. So it is Marcus Butts. So you got Carter Kruger on first, Eli Thompson on second base for the Governors. Nobody on third, no balls and a strike to Marcus Butts. And that is strike 2, maybe? No, it's not. Thought it might have been. Marcus Butts was hit by a pitch on the left shoulder last time he was at the plate. 1-1. And that one will be outside. The throw to third is into left field. And now Eli Thompson's going to come home and score. And that'll make it 5-1. The throwing arrow will be charged to the catcher. Eli Thompson gets credit for a stolen base at third. And that will allow Kruger to advance to second. And then Thompson will come home on the error. Charged to the catcher. And that makes it 5-1. Bismarck here with 2 outs. And that pitch came across as a ball, so it's 2-1 to Marcus Butts. And now Butts will lift it up, foul, and right over into the concession stand there. And now this one's going to right. And the catch is made there by Jameson Nelson for out number 3. That will strand one on base and end the second inning of play. Two, 3, and 4 batters for Mandan. It's Lucas Burgum, McCoy Keller, and Braden Bennell. Matt Porter with potentially pitch 29 when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Bar 9 in West Fargo is your stop for that pregame lunch and for the postgame celebration. With over 30 TVs, you can catch your team anytime. We have a delicious food menu including wings, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Enjoy it inside or head on outside, day or night, to relax in the comfort of our updated outdoor patio. We also have slots, blackjack, pull tabs, and all gaming proceeds earned go to support West Fargo baseball. So catch your team's game tonight at Bar 9, 1405 Prairie Parkway in West Fargo.
Touchmark provides a carefree lifestyle for our residents, and we are here with you the entire way.
I'm so happy I made the move to Touchmark.
There's always enough to keep me busy, and people are very friendly here. I enjoy that. It makes my day.
People get up and dance. I mean, it's such a joyful place to live. How can you not like it?
That sense of community is so strong. When I think of Touchmark, I just think big, but I think beautiful, and I think home.
Mandan Chiefs, number 9, Lucas Bergel.
Bergham's 1 for 1 with a single on the left field last time he was at the plate. And Mandan finds themselves down 5-1 here heading into the third inning of play. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Lucas Bergham. It's like the biggest argument outside of who's better, Governors or Chiefs, is who has the better side of the Missouri River, the Bismarck side or the Mandan side. And I know that that would likely spark some conversation is what I meant to say. I grew up as a kid on the Bismarck side, but certainly had some fun on the Mandan side of the river, too. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count here to Lucas Bergham. And that one will pop away like an unwanted piece of popcorn. 2-2. I've been thinking of using that phrase more often because when my backup crew first did a game for me, I thought it was a 2-hour mockery of all my catchphrases. And then I later figured out that that was not the case at all. But every time a batter would pop one up, they would say it popped up like a piece of popcorn. And the only time I ever said that was on like a wild pitch at the plate that popped off the plate. Either up, to the right, to the left, etc. And they just must like that one so much that they use it every time they can. And that one, it will go into foul territory, and those 2 youngsters will chase after it. (3-2). And strikes him out. That's out number 1.
Now batting the first baseman,
McCoy Keller, the batter now here for Mandan. Mandan lost to West Fargo by the score of 8-1 in the opening game for Mandan in this tournament. Then they would go on to 10-run Dickinson to put an end to the Rough Riders season. And then they would put a 14-1 pounding to the Fargo Post 400 Stars to put an end to the Stars season. And a swing and a miss here for a strike. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now here to McCoy Keller. 1 out, no runners on. And that brings Mandan into this game here against the Governors, where they find themselves down by 4 here in the top of the third. Still some time to try and trim away at that deficit, but they need to get something going sooner than later here. Bismarck with an exciting 6-5 walk-off win over Jamestown in their first game of the tournament. And then they would have some trouble with Fargo Post 2 as they would fall 6-0 in that game. And that bounced them into this game here against Mandan. So Mandan's played 1 more game, I think. 1, 2, 3. Count that up in a moment. A base hit that sneaks by Kralik into left center field, we'll call it. And a runner on. And that'll bring up Braden Bunnell.
Braden Bunnell.
Yeah, this is the 4th game of the tournament for Mandan, the 3rd game of the tournament for Bismarck. Pitch will miss. It's 1 ball, no strike. And that pitch is a delayed strike call. I thought it was a strike, and then you put the signal up right away. That caught me off guard a little bit. Bunnell reached on an error last time he was at the plate. And this one hit hard down the third base line, up to second, over to first. No. They'll get the lead runner out at second, though, for the second out. And Bunnell will reach on a fielder's choice.
Now batting the left fielder, number 10, Dylan Gierke.
Dylan Gierke 0 for 1, ground out to second on his own trip to the plate here today. Right down the middle for a strike. 4 minutes in front of the 1 hour mark of this ball game. It's game 4 of 4 of day 3 of the tournament here. We've had 3 straight days of 4 back-to-back games. Get a little bit of relief tomorrow with only 3 back-to-back games. And then on Saturday, we'll have 1, possibly 2 if needed, to wrap up this tournament. Pitch is high and out for a ball. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now here to Gierke. On deck is Jamison Nelson. Porter will set and deliver the 1-2, and it's right back to Porter. And he'll underhand toss it over to Kruger at first. And that will take care of the top of the third. They strand 1. They strand Bunnell on first. And we'll be back with more in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
There's never a bored moment at Touchmark.
Here, it's always something going on. If I want to do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't.
The whole community has so much going on, activities for each day basically, and everything's right there.
There's always enough to keep me busy.
We have stuff day to day, such as gardening club, but we also have our big signature events like our Touchmark Woodstock event. There's never really a time to be bored if you don't want to be.
We take great pride in really doing all the research and the work behind the scenes to make sure that our products just work.
We have our own staff member that helps pick the hybrids and the varieties that work in our area. It's meant for you, not for somebody 200 miles away.
We test our seed locally. We produce our seed locally, so we get to see our production fields, where they need to be, and if they work there.
Need seed? Think ProSeed. ProSeed.net. Great seed at a reasonable price.
Welcome back, bottom of the third.
Lead off for the Governors in the home half of the third inning. Number 21, Parker Saxby.
But now we'll get set to square off against Sagsveen here, and that one is in for ball 1. Pregame now playing third. We have a shortstop that came in last inning that I didn't have a chance to figure out who it was. And McCoy Keller will make the catch there at first for the first out.
Now batting number 6, Jace Roscoe.
Gross close will see that one pop away for a ball. It's 1-0. He walked last time he was at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1. We've hit the 1 hour mark of this ball game now, here in the bottom of the third. Benell with the 1-1 pitch, and now skip in for ball 2. And this one hit out towards that shortstop. Let's see if we can figure out who he is now.
That'll bring up the catcher, number 2, Max Big.
Hudson Sheldon, he was the former pitcher before Benell took over. And now there's 2 away. So once again, it's Keller first, Tate Olson second, Hudson Sheldon short, Lucas Burgum at third now. Now that happened in the previous inning. 0-1 here to Max Vig. Vig was hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. And the 1-1 is in for strike 2. 76 miles per hour on that pitch. And a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes, and that ends the third inning of play. It's 5-1 Bismarck after 3 on your Proceed scoreboard. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Hey, it's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Check out this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. It's owned and operated by a family in Bismarck, North Dakota that I've known for over 2 decades. Kids have grown up into fine young men, and during their high school careers, some of them even played games that were broadcast on Magnitude Sports. If you like hunting, fishing, general outdoor life, sunrise, sunset, everything hunting and fishing related, dogs, hunting dogs, they're the best. Then check out the channel and show them some love. Go to Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe to them today.
All right, welcome back. It's the bottom of the third.
They are our permanent athletic trainers. They use Elite PT.
I'm sorry, it's the top of the fourth, I meant to say. Jameson Nelson, Tate Olson, Owen Brinks are the scheduled batters at 6, 7, and 8. I believe Matt Porter's still on the mound here for Bismarck. We'll find out in just a second here. I don't think it is, actually. No, it is Matt Porter. The second one fooled me for a 7 for a moment. I thought it was 17 and not 11.
Leading off the top half of the fourth inning for the Mandan Chiefs, number 20, Jameson Nelson.
See if Mandan can put a couple hits on the board here and get something going as they're running out of time. And that's a little dribbler out towards third, and it's over in time. Going to the books is a 5-3 ground out. Marcus Butts over to Carter Kruger. And that'll bring up Tate Olson.
Now batting number 13, Tate Olson.
Jim says those are some bright cleats. I'm guessing you're referring to one of the Mandan players that has like bright yellow shoes on, I think. If not, let me know. One ball, or no balls in 1 strike now, and that swing and a miss by Tate Olson, who was 0 for 0. He walked last time he was at the plate. And the 0-1 will miss outside for 1 ball, 1 strike now. Ball one strike, one out. No more on, and a 5-1 ball game here in the top of the fourth. 1 hour and 4 minutes, time of the game so far. The 1-1 pitch is a little bit high, 2-1. Two 1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2, and that'll even the count at a strike, ball, strike. 2-2. Two delivery inside, ball 3. Full count. And that'll walk him. Owen Brinks, the batter now. Assuming it's still number 4, and it is. And that would put Seth Aarons on deck. Brinks and Aarons represent batters 8 and 9 in the lineup for Mandan.
Pitcher number 4, Owen Brinks.
Brinks struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. And that'll be in for strike 1. And batted down there by Porter, and he will get it over to first as that advances Tate Olson up to second, out number 2 on the 1-3 ground out. Seth Aarons now the batter.
Fielder number 3, Seth Aarons.
Pitch is high for a ball here to Aarons. Top of the order, Hudson Sheldon on deck if Aarons can reach base with no outs being recorded. Runner on second is Tate Olson. He's in scoring position. They'd love to get him across the plate here in the top of the fourth. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Once again, broadcast coverage of this particular game of the tournament brought to you by Touchmark and Bismarck and Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. And that one's lifted up, and that one is foul, and that'll play. So it's 1-2 now here to Seth Aarons. Once again, he walked last time he was at the plate. Here's the 1-2. And that was apparently just a little bit too high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. And he'll check his swing. And I think that's the right call. It should be ball 3. It was close, though. If he would have went any bit further, I think that could have been a follow-through on his swing. And first base umpire will call it ball 3, and a full count now. Wind up in the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4, and he walks him. 2 runners on now for Mandan. It's Hudson Sheldon. Start of the game as pitcher, now playing shortstop.
Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Hudson Sheldon.
Sheldon 1 for 2 with a single to right and a ground out to second last time he was at the plate. 2 away with 2 on. Here's the pitch, and it's low for a ball, 1-0. 69 miles per hour on that pitch from Porter. Some Mandan fans not in agreement with that one ball, with that called ball, and now that same person said, there you go, and it's 1-1. That one could have been potentially a ball as well. He'll quickly look back at Olsen on second and deliver the pitch. Is that in for a strike? Yes, it is. The Mandan fans just cannot catch a break. They do not agree with any of the 3 pitches that Sheldon has received right now. 1-2. Strike 3. And that's a strikeout. I can't speak for all Mandan fans, but we'll go to the bottom of the 4th now. It'll be Fagerlin, Lil, and Kralik, the top of the order, 1, 2, and 3. When we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Hey, it's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Check out this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. It's owned and operated by a family in Bismarck, North Dakota that I've known for over 2 decades. Kids have grown up into fine young men, and during their high school careers, some of them even played games that were broadcasted on Magnitude Sports. If you like hunting, fishing, general outdoor life, sunrise, sunset, everything hunting and fishing related, dogs, hunting dogs, they're the best. Then check out the channel and show them some love. Go to Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe to them today.
All right, and by special request, those are those bright cleats that Jim was making a comment on. Yes, I did that just for you. I'm going to call that a strike. I don't know about that one. It seemed a little low to me, but Fagerlin's the batter. He doubled and sent a sac fly to right. The double went to center, the sac fly to right. And that one's fouled off, and we're at 0-2 now. I'm going to double check the strikeouts. I think it recorded a strikeout to the wrong team in the top of the 4th. One. According to my scorecard, only 1 strikeout for Mandan pitchers, and that was delivered to Parker Sagsveen back in the 1st inning. 2-2 now. Here to Mike Fagerlin. And that one's hit towards third, scooped up almost. Pregame, can he get a rebound? No, he cannot. And that will be an error on Pregame, and Fagerlin will reach base on that error. Now Gavin Lill, the batter.
Over here, the center fielder, number 9, Gavin Lill.
And a bunt that rolls foul. And that'll be 1 strike. Gavin Lill 1 for 2, fly out to left, and a single to left in this game. Okay, I'm gonna just reset the strikeouts, and then we'll manually fix those here ASAP. That way we can get back to our balls and strikes here. So it's 0-1 to Lill, and now let's see, yeah, still 0-1. Pickoff attempt. Back in time is Fagerlin. Tommy Kralik, the batter, is the batter on deck after Gavin Lill. Nobody out, so we'll see Kralik for sure here in the bottom of the 4th. And he'll pull that away, and that should be ball one, and it is. 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Gavin Lill. 1 hour and 14 minutes into the ball game. Nobody out. Runner on first is Mike Fagerlund. And they'll try and pick Fagerlund off, but he slides back in head first safely. And that one's going into the gap, left center field. It'll bounce for a base hit. It'll be picked up by Gerke, and he'll fire it back in to the shortstop, Sheldon. And now runners on first and second here on the base hit by Lill will bring up Tommy Kralik.
Now batting the shortstop, number 3, Tommy Kralik.
Kralik 1 for 2, fly out to center and a single to center. That one will bounce away, and the runners will advance 90 feet. Two 2-0 now here to Kralik. Make that 3-0. One more pitch like that would load the bases for, well, let's see. No, it looks like Noah Riedinger is not going to be on deck. It might be Eli Thompson. We'll get a look here soon. Strike 1 is delivered there on the 3-0 count to Kralik. If you're just tuning in, Noah Riedinger got injured on a base hit to right when he was rounding first. He kind of, I don't know if he twisted his ankle, but he kind of slowed down on his way to second. And that's a line shot out to right, and the runner on third will tag, and the throw home is not in time. Runner on second will tag. It's 6-1 Bismarck on the sac fly by Tommy Kralik.
Now batting number 34, Eli Thompson.
And it will indeed be Eli Thompson. So Riedinger not coming back into the lineup at this point here. That happened a couple of innings ago. And Eli Thompson will take over the DH spot in the number 4 slot. And he'll foul it away for strike 1. That one's fouled away for strike 2. And that one's going to right, but it's also going to be pushed foul. And they'll stay a 0-2 count here to Eli Thompson. Now the umpire will get some more baseballs from the Bismarck dugout. Put a few in his pocket. Three pitches, all 3 of them have been fouled away here by Eli Thompson. 1 out, runner on third, and an 0-2 count. And that'll bounce in for ball 1. 1-2 pitch. Right up into right center field. Scoring is Gavin Lill. The Bismarck Governors take a 7-1 lead on the RBI single by Eli Thompson. So he hits a ground ball into right center.
Now batting up first baseman, number 10, Carter Kruger.
And that puts a runner on first for Carter Kruger. He's been to the plate twice, and on both occasions he's been hit by a pitch. Five teams eliminated, and right now a 6-run lead for Bismarck puts Mandan at risk of being that 6th team. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Carter Kruger, the batter. Pickoff attempt at first there, but Thompson's back in time. Thompson earning a little bit of respect from his teammate and coaches there with an RBI single. Coming in relief for Noah Riedinger. He stands on first right now. That pitch misses outside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Now here to Carter Kruger. Marcus Butts awaits on deck if no double plays happen. We'll see him next. And the runner takes off for second, and the throw is into the glove of the shortstop, Hudson Sheldon, as it was, or I'm sorry, it's into the glove of Tate Olson as it went over the head of Hudson Sheldon. Want to say hi to Wallace, he's tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, Wallace, appreciate it. 3 balls and a strike now here to Carter Kruger, who's been hit by a pitch twice on 2 plate appearances. 1 hour and 22 minutes into the ball game now. Now delivers 3-1, and it's in there for strike 2, and we have a full count. Payoff pitch. That's fouled away, and that's not coming back anytime soon. The kids are going to go after it. I have a feeling they're not going to find it. I mean, that thing was blasted out of here. No discount at the soon-to-be-closed concession stand now for that particular fouled-away pitch. Outside, he'll walk him. Now put 2 runners on base. And bring up Marcus Butts. At least he's a scheduled batter anyway. And it is indeed Marcus Butts.
Now batting number 15, Marcus Butts.
Wallace tuning in from Canada watching the game. Thanks so much, Wallace. Appreciate it. I see you're doing some other stuff too, and stuff I won't repeat on the broadcast, but they'll call that a strike. It's 0-1 here to Marcus Butts. He's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch, and then he would fly out to right field on his most recent trip to the plate. Pitch is high. We're even at a ball and a strike. Dickinson was the first team to be eliminated. Then Grand Forks, then Fargo Post 400, then Jamestown, then Minot, and walk off to the 9 seed Williston Keybirds. And now Mandan, here in the bottom of the 4th, finds themselves trailing by 6. And if they can't bounce back, they'll be the 6th team to be eliminated in this tournament. Here at the 2023 State Legion AA Tournament in Astoria Field in Dickinson. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Full count now here. Parker Sagsveen is the scheduled batter on deck here for Bismarck. Depending on what happens on this pitch here with Marcus Butts, we might see him next. He'll look back at second, wind, deliver the payoff, runner goes, and he will steal third. And it will be a walk, so the bases are loaded, so he'll go to third regardless. So not going to the books as a steal, he'll just go into the books as an advancement on base on balls. And now Parker Sagsveen, 0 for 2. Struck out looking, flied out, popped out to the first baseman last time he was at the plate. Swing and a miss there for strike one. 3 bases loaded with 1 out. That one bounces and then hits Sagveen. And then coming in from third is Eli Thompson. So Eli Thompson gets an RBI on a base hit single to right field. And a couple batters later, he'll come in and score from third. That'll open up first base. The pitch came across as a ball. It's 1-1 to Sagsveen. And now that pitch is low for 2 balls and a strike now here to Sagsveen. And a nice diving stop there by Sheldon. And he got it there in time for the second out. Carter Kruger will score on the RBI ground out by Sagsveen.
That'll bring up the right fielder, number 6, Jace Grosclose.
That'll bring Carter Kruger home from third. Advance. Marcus Butts will stay on second. And that pitch will come across for ball 1. And it's a 9-1 lead right now for Bismarck. They got run number 10 on second base in scoring position with 2 outs. And that is low for ball 2. Oh, I take that back. It's a strike, I guess. 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Swing and miss. One, 2. That one's low and out. We're even at 2-2. Jesse, I think you may have misheard me. Either that or I missaid it. Eli Thompson got an RBI single to right field, and then 2 batters later, he comes in on a wild pitch to score. And so he got an RBI and a run scored. And that's what I intended to say. I don't know if that's how you heard it. That will be a ground out. That will strand 1. That ends the 4th. 9-1 Bismarck with 4 in the second, 4 in the 4th. And the Chiefs have some work to do. They have at least 1, if not 3 innings to do it in. We'll see what happens when we return after this.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo.
What impact
I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
There's never a bored moment at Touchmark.
Here, it's always something going on. If I want to do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't.
The whole community has so much going on, activities for each day basically, and everything's right there.
There's always enough to keep me busy.
We have stuff day to day, such as gardening club, but we also have our big signature events like our Touchmark Woodstock event. There's never really a time to be bored if you don't want to be.
Welcome back, top of the fifth. And the first pitch here to Lucas Bergen comes in for ball one. And he'll rip this one right to third and right past the diving Marcus Butts. That'll be a fair ball, and he'll go to second. And he'll slide in and earn himself a double down the third base line. A long-awaited hit for the Mandan Chiefs. We'll see if they can keep it going or not with McCoy Keller.
That'll bring up the first baseman, number 11, McCoy Keller.
Keller dings it right back to Porter. He will toss it over for the 1-3 ground out after he looks. Bergam back to second. Braden Bunnell the batter now. Wallace says he's tuning in from Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's not too frequently that I'm aware that we have viewers from Canada, but it's always a pleasure to find out when that happens. 2 balls, no strikes. Thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate it. But now 0 for 2, reached on an error, reached on a fielder's choice in this game. And now time is called here as Max Vig will walk up and have some words with his pitcher. Once again, Touchmark and Bismarck along with Dakota Fins and Feathers. Proud sponsors of this matchup here between the Mandan Chiefs and Bismarck Governors. Don't forget the State A tournament in Kindred starts live tomorrow on Magnitude Sports. So between the State A and the State AA, we'll have a total of 7 game broadcasts for you here on Magnitude Sports tomorrow. Our biggest day of the week. The most we had prior to that was 6, which is still a pretty big day, but 7's one more. 2 and 2. Benell going to right field. And the catch is made there by Gross-Close.
Now batting number 10, Dylan Gierke.
And Mandan has Lucas Pregame on second, but he's been there a while. Hasn't been able to advance yet. We'll see if Gierke can help him out. He's fouled at the plate, strike one. Gierke's 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a ground out to the pitcher. Swing and a miss, strike two. As much as I love the state tournament, I'm loving the fact that there's only 3 games tomorrow. After 3 days of 4 games back-to-back, 12 games back-to-back. I will admit, it's a little tiring, but I'm glad to be here. I am not complaining. I am just sharing. We go to the middle of the 5th now on that strikeout. And it is 9-1 Governors. Max Vig, Mike Fogel, and Gavin Lill are the scheduled batters. When we return from the break here on Magnitude Sports, stand by. We'll be right back.
There's never a bored moment at Touchmark.
Here, it's always something going on. If I want to do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't.
The whole community has so much going on, activities for each day basically, and everything's right there.
There's always enough to keep me busy.
We have stuff day to day, such as gardening club, but we also have our big signature events like our Touchmark Woodstock event. There's never really a time to be bored if you don't want to be.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th now. Governors, 9-1. If they score 2 runs, they can walk it off and win via the 10-run rule. Max Vig will start it off. We'll see Mike Fogerlin and Gavin Lill this inning as well. And Benell still on the mound. Don't even need to check the jersey number. I just check to see what color shoes he's wearing because nobody else on the team that I'm aware of has those bright yellow shoes, and that's how I know it's Benell. And that one's popped up right center field. Catch made there, or was, yeah, it was catch. I thought for a moment Nelson dropped it, but out number 1.
Now back number 17, Michael Fogerlin.
Fogerlin is 1 for 2, and now he's 2 for 3. As he'll drop that one all the way close to the warning track, and he'll fire it back into second, and he's on with a double.
Covering up the center fielder, number 9, Gavin Lill.
Gavin Lill, 2 for 3. Single, fly out, and another single. 2 singles, sandwich, or a fly out sandwiched by 2 singles is what I meant to say. And that one's going to be popped straight up. Could be a chance here for Brinks to make a play, maybe right in front of the dugout. And he could not make the catch. One of his teammates made the catch in the dugout, but that doesn't count. It counts for a strike. And that one gets by. Tate Olson into right field. Rounding third is, no, he will stay put at third. So Fagerlund to third, Lil on with the single. And that brings up Tommy Kralik.
Now batting number 3, Tommy Kralik.
Kralik's 1 for 2, fly out to center, single to center, sacrifice fly to right. Swing and a miss here, strike 1. If Kralik can reach base with no double plays happening, we would see Eli Thompson next. And he is indeed on deck as I peer over towards the Bismarck Governor's dugout. But now we'll check the runner on first. Now he'll set. He'll deliver the 0-1 outside. Ball 1, excuse me. Got my balls and strikes flip-flop there for a moment. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 hour and 41 minutes, time of the game now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on the corners, and the pitch is in for strike 2. Pick-off attempt at first. Lil back in time. Fagerlund patiently waiting for a potential opportunity to come in and score that 10th run. He'll reach for it. And it'll be a strikeout. And it will be a stolen base for Gavin Lills. He took off before the strikeout occurred. And now 2 runners in scoring position.
Eli Thompson.
Eli Thompson? Yeah. Eli Thompson had the RBI single to right. He would later come in and score from third on a wild pitch. There are 2 outs now here. And if Eli Thompson can get another base hit, the game might be over. The delivery. Thompson will take it high for a ball, 1-0. If Thompson reaches base without 2 runs scoring, we'll see Carter Kruger next. Mike Fagerlund on third, Gavin Lill on second. And the pitch takes it for a strike, 1-1. So he takes both pitches, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike as a result. 9-1 here in favor of Bismarck on your Proceed scoreboard. And the 1-1 pitch. Low and out, 2-1. And that's ball 3. Now Bunnell is in danger of loading the bases here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Will he get a strike or will he walk him? Or will something else happen? He'll walk him. No, he will not. It'll be strike 2. Looked inside to me. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Struck him out. And that strands 2 on base. And Mandan let's see, that should be the 2nd strikeout for Mandan, I do believe. We'll push that button 1 more time. Let's double check our scorecard here to make sure that's accurate. And yes, that is accurate. It is 2 strikeouts for Mandan, and Bismarck has 3. Check that. Bismarck has 4 strikeouts in this game. There we go. We got that adjusted, and now we'll go here to the bottom of, or the top of the 6. There we go. Now we're there. Jamison Nelson, Tate Olson, Owen Brinks. They're the batters due up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
I think what makes Proceed win is we're different than the other companies in many ways with our programming, our simplicity, our non-corporate attitudes, and our personal relationship building.
What Proceed is, we bring back the old-fashioned seed buying experience. We're true seedsmen. We care about everything from the sale to the planting to following up afterwards. That's what we're all about, is just trying to bring that experience back to a personal level.
Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net, great seed at a reasonable price.
All right, welcome back. Jamison Nelson's 0 for 2, ground out to second, ground out to third. And now he'll ground out to the short stop more than likely. No, he will not. He'll sneak through, and will that be a hit or an error? I looked down for a moment. Let's check the scoreboard. It'll be a hit. Tate Olson, the batter now.
Olson.
Miss up high for a ball, 1-0. To Tate Olson, who's been to the plate twice. He's been walked both times. This one sent out to right field. Can he get there? No, he cannot. It'll bounce out of play. As the lights are on now here at Astoria Field. In a 9-1 game that has kind of gone silent. Mandan looking to see if they can't get their crowd into this one, and it's not going to happen on that pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Ring the bell.
Max Vig will walk up to Matt Porter here. And the team, and here comes the coach now. I didn't see the coach right away, but let's see here. Will that be it for Porter? No, it looks like it's just a conversation. And the conversation will come to a close. Two balls and 2 strikes here to Tate Olson. Owen Brinks is on deck. Pitch is high, ball 3. Full count. Yeah, the weather is pretty nice here, Wallace, and especially in the fourth game of the evening. Strikes him out. That's out number one. That's the fifth strikeout from Matt Porter.
Number 4, Owen Brinks.
Owen Brinks, it's warm during the first game of the day. It's somewhat tolerable, and maybe I'm being generous when I say that, during the second and third games. And then when you get to the last game of the night, it gets a little bit cooler, and it's very much tolerable. 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Think there was a malfunction on the radar gun there. It said 131 miles per hour on that pitch, and I know that's not the case. It's not over 100, and it's definitely faster than 31, so. And that one's going to right field and foul. We'll stay at the 1-2 count. And a hard hit ball, 2 bounces to short, to second, to first. That's a double play, and we go now to the middle of the 6th. We'll be back with more here in a moment on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Hey, it's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Check out this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. It's owned and operated by a family in Bismarck, North Dakota that I've known for over 2 decades. Kids have grown up into fine young men, and during their high school careers, some of them even played games that were broadcast on Magnitude Sports. If you like hunting, fishing, general outdoor life, sunrise, sunset, everything hunting and fishing related, dogs, hunting dogs, they're the best. Then check out the channel and show them some love. Go to Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe to them today.
There's never a bored moment at Touchmark.
Here, it's always something going on. If I want to do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't.
The whole community has so much going on, activities for each day basically, and everything's right there.
There's always enough to keep me busy.
We have stuff day to day, such as gardening club, but we also have our big signature events like our Touchmark Woodstock event. There's never really a time to be bored if you don't want to be.
All right, Mandan still has a little bit of hope in their season here, but that hope is dimming fast. They need to put the defense up quick here and see if they can't come up with some magnificent rally in the top of the 7th. That one's going all the way back to the warning track, and it's not caught. And Carter Kruger's on with a double.
The double by Kruger brings up number 15, Marcus Butts.
Once again, if Bismarck scores 2 here, it would be game over. Marcus Butts, the batter, 0 for 1, hit by a pitch, fly out to right and a walk. And he'll take ball 1 here. And that one is just almost had our second one in 3 days come into the press box here. That one was a little bit high. and rolled up onto the roof of the press box. I caught that other one with my left hand. If that one would have come in, it would have been in my right hand, and that would have been something to brag about. If you're friends with me on my personal Facebook page, I got the clip of that between the Fargo Post 2 and Williston game. 27 seconds that I'll remember for quite some time. 1 ball, 1 strike. And our camera's got a good view of the flight of that ball into the press box too. If you're not friends with me on my personal Facebook, look up Mike Mason. Send me a friend request. 99% chance I'll probably say yes to it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one's out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one will miss, and it's a full count now here to Marcus Butts at 3-2. Parker Sagsveen is the batter on deck for Bismarck, pending a possible change. They got the leadoff double by Kruger, who's on second base, and now they get a walk to Marcus Butts. Parker Sagsveen 0 for 3, struck out looking, fly out to first.
Parker Sagsveen.
And a ground out. So 2 runners on with nobody out. If Sagsveen reaches base, we could possibly see Jace Grosclose next. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Go, Parker. Stand on him.
That one sent up and fouled away. Result in a 2-strike count.
Win the battle. You see, buddy.
Once again, 7 game broadcasts for you on Magnitude Sports tomorrow. 3 from the AA and 4 from the Single A, as the Single A state tournament kicks off tomorrow. 2 balls and 2 strikes now here to Sagsveen. You can check out the schedule of those games by going to our website, magnitudesn.com. Click on the schedule button. We even got our football and volleyball schedule up there for the most part already as well this coming fall. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Walked him. Bases loaded. Bases loaded with nobody out. And Jace Grosclose is the batter.
Be patient. Let's go, Jace. Be patient.
Now batting number 6, Jace Grosclose.
Looking over at the Mandan dugout, looks like Coach has a book in his hand. I'm wondering if he's curious about pitch count. Brunel is getting up there. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Keep your head there, buddy. Stay with it all the way.
2 minutes in front of the 2-hour mark of this ball game. Can Bismarck finish it off early, or will we have a full 7? Pitch is low for a ball, 1-1.
Watch you hit the bat, right in the middle. Let's go, bud.
Could have swore I saw some lightning, but it turns out it's just a flickering light underneath the canopy off the third base side. And that one's hit well to left field, and that will score 1. It's 10-1. Rounding third is Marcus Butts, and that is game over. 11-1 your final. And the Bismarck Governors advance to play the Williston Keybirds tomorrow at 3 p.m. So Mandan's season comes to a close with an overall record of 25 wins and 16 losses. They become the 6th team to be eliminated here from the state tournament in 2023. And that sets up 2 of our 3 matchups tomorrow. 12 noon is the West Fargo Patriots taking on Fargo Post 2. The winner of that will automatically advance to the championship game. And the loser will go to Game 17 at 6 o'clock tomorrow to play the winner of Bismarck and Williston. So the winner of Bismarck-Williston will play either Fargo Post 2 or West Fargo, the loser of that matchup. And then Bismarck-Williston against Fargo Post 2 West Fargo would be a game to be won and send a team to the state title game, which is Saturday at 12 noon. And once again, those times I'm mentioning are mountain time, so add an hour because every team remaining in this tournament is on Central Time, so add 1 hour. And you can look at the bracket on our Facebook page. That is in Central Time. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the bracket right now. I'm not sure if that's been updated with this particular game, but I'm pretty sure it's been updated with the other games. Oh, that's the wrong bracket. Hang on. Oh, wait, no, it's not the wrong bracket. So Bismarck will slide down to play the 9-seeded Williston Keybirds, who walked off the 2-seeded Minot Vistas earlier today. And West Fargo and Fargo Post 2 will play. The winner will go to the championship game. The loser will come down to Game 17 to play the winner of Williston and Bismarck. Follow that? All right, awesome. And then the championship game is on 12 noon on July 20, or 1 p.m. on July 29th, because that's Central Time, or 12 noon Mountain Time. And then, depending on the 2 teams playing, it'll be either West Fargo or Fargo Post 2 is undefeated. And then the loser of that game, along with Williston Bismarck, if Williston Bismarck or the loser of West Fargo Post 2 defeats the winner of West Fargo Post 2, then we would have a second championship game at 4 o'clock on Saturdays. That's why it says if necessary there. So that's a look at your updated bracket. We are a little bit over 70% of the way through this tournament. 3 games tomorrow and 1 on Saturday, maybe 2 on Saturday, depending on what happens. Time of this game, 2 hours and 2 minutes. And your final scores, once again, from today. In this game, it is the Bismarck Governors 11 and the Mandan Chiefs 1. In games earlier today, your final scores were Williston 7-6 walk-off winners over Minot. And West Fargo 8-4 winners in 8 innings over Minot. And Fargo Post 2 with a 6-0 win over Bismarck. So West Fargo Post 2 will be our first game at 1 o'clock Central. Our second game will be at 4 o'clock Central. Our third game will be at 7 o'clock Central. And we'll have all 3 of those games, plus the first 4 games of the first round of the State A from Kindred, all live on Magnitude Sports tomorrow. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been a great first 4 days of this tournament, and we have a couple more days to go here. Or maybe 3 days and a couple more days to go here. We'll talk to you again soon. I'm going to go get some rest, and we'll talk to you at 1 o'clock Central tomorrow.
The preceding broadcast was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.